Lance, and I'm going to talk you through how, as a customer, you will be able to look at the proposals that freelancers have sent through to you in response to your job and get in touch with them, have a conversation with them, and ultimately accept their proposal and form a live contract. So head over to all of your jobs. That's the page we're on now. And you can take a look at the proposals. You can also go there via the proposals link. If you have multiple jobs, you can select from this drop down here which job you want to see the relevant proposals from. And here's an example of one freelancer who sent a proposal to you. You can have a look at their profile, see whether they're the kind of person you want to work with. You can message them, say hello to them and start a conversation. You can also view their proposal. But before we do that, let's just look at these two items here. So if you have multiple proposals, it's useful to be able to segment them into a group of proposals that you're seriously considering. And for that, you can use the shortlist functionality. So you can click on this button, which will shortlist the proposal, and then head over to your shortlist page. And all the proposals that you have shortlisted will appear here. Likewise, if you have multiple jobs and freelancers that you like to work with in general across many different jobs, you can also favorite them and they will appear on your favorites page. But let's go back to your proposals for now. And we're going to have a look at your proposal. So this is the person who has sent you a proposal. Again, you can view their profile and you can look at the description of what they say they're going to do in response to your job opportunity. You can look at all of the different milestones and the details of what they're going to deliver and how much they're suggesting it would be. So for example, here I'll design a logo with 2 iterations. It's an individual milestone worth £100. This one here is I'll work on designing your logo, which is £50 per hour, 10 hours per week. So that's £500 per week, and so forth and so on. Again, you can have a conversation here with them and liaise with the freelancer to come up with a set of a proposal, description, and milestones which the freelancer can edit until you're happy to actually accept the contract. And when you're ready, go ahead and click accept. Confirm that you're ready to accept it. This is now going to form a live contract. And here it is. The contract is live. All the same information is here. And now you're ready to get started. So with respect to individual milestones, you can see the information here. And the status will tell you where you're at with the milestone. So here it says payment due. So in this case, the next step is to actually pay. Now, to even accept the contract, you would have already had to add a relevant and current credit card. So when you click pay here, it will give you a confirmation. And then when you press pay, it will take it from the credit card on your profile. But here, let's just read through this here. It will give you a summary. So it says you're going to pay X amount for this task. The payment will be taken and deposited. Later, when you confirm the job is complete, the funds will be transferred to the freelancer. You can click on the invoice here, download it, and it says where it's coming from and where it's going to. Who this is from the freelancer, and this is going to the customer. Obviously, it's a test profile, so I'm using the same contact information for both. It tells you the expense, the cost of this particular milestone, called petrol expense, and the admin fee. And the admin fee mostly refers to the transaction cost that Stripe will charge. You can download it, and you can check that it's correct. And when you're ready to proceed, you just click the button pay. So this is now making a payment for my card on file, and that's the confirmation. So if you see here, it says now that it's paid. The next step for you is to approve it. But before you do that, you obviously want to wait and wait for the freelancer to actually complete the job first. And you can liaise with the freelancer until you're happy that they've completed the work that you've requested, that you've agreed on. And then when you're ready, you can then approve it, click the button, and then that will transfer the funds through to the freelancer. Now, it's slightly different with repeating milestones. With repeating milestones, again, you can see the information of the milestone itself. And here, you'll click, instead of paying, you'll click start, because you don't pay at the beginning with repeating milestones. Instead, what happens is that you start it, and at the end of the current week, i.e. midnight on Sunday, the freelancer has until then to submit the number of hours they've worked on your contract, on this milestone. And at the end of that, the system will automatically send you through an invoice for the fee that the freelancer is going to charge you. And you have until the following Friday, that is 5 working days later, midnight on Friday, to dispute that. If you don't dispute that, at that point, the payment will be taken from your account and it will be transferred through to the freelancer. And you can see here, if you click show and hide previous cycles, in this case, nothing exists because we're on our first cycle, but you can, maybe after 4 weeks, 5 weeks, etc., you'll want to see progress, what the date was, how many hours the freelancer submitted, what the note the freelancer submitted to keep a track of what they actually accomplished. So when I press start now, what's going to happen is we're going to start a repeating contract for this value. So let's go ahead and do that now. There we go. And at this point, we can, now that it's a live contract, we can either pause it or we can end it. So for now, I'm just going to pause it. There we go. So now you've seen how to accept a contract, how to discuss with the freelance until you're happy with the contract, how to pay for an individual milestone, how to approve an individual milestone, how to start, pause and resume or potentially end a repeating milestone. And then at the end of it, you'll just click the end contract button. And I can just show you now that what happens. Okay, so we've got an error here where it says not all the milestones are finished. What that means is that for you to end a contract, you have to actually complete all of your current milestones. It's not possible to end a contract if you have an ongoing milestone. So in this case, we can end this contract, end the milestone. There we go, and we'll just refresh our page now. And we'll click this button and it will end the contract. We're going to keep it open now so I can show you the demo for the freelancer being able to manage the contract. But you click this button and it will end the contract and you'll be able to leave a review for the freelancer and the freelancer will be able to leave you a review. So that's how customers post the job, accept the job, manage the job, and ultimately complete the job and leave a review. Thanks for your time.